Alright mates, it's time to talk about the Android 15, as Android 15 has reached its full functionality and full capacity. What the hell am I on about if it hasn't yet been released? Well, for devices enrolled in Android 15 beta program, and those devices are majorly the Google Pixel devices, maybe from some other manufacturers, I don't know for sure, but definitely Google Pixel, including this Pixel 8 Pro, have recently received the Beta 4 version of the Android 15, and that Beta 4 version concludes the intentions and the functional development of the Android 15. Though shortly that means that there will be no new functions introduced for the Android 15 until the official release, which happens in a couple of weeks only. But we've already got all the functions that Google wants us users to have in Android 15, so it's time to have a review what we've got so far and how far better how far Android 15 is better over the Android 14. So let's go. And we start definitely from the very beginning, which is the lock screen, and more specifically the AOD, always on display, because you see exactly this screen, this view, most of the time when you don't interact with your phone directly. And yeah, there are improvements. Now we've got extended information about the weather in the evening and in the early morning. We've got 3 lines giving you the forecast for the upcoming day or for the today day exactly, but you can't see those 3 lines right now, and I've got no hint of an access to set it up or to adjust it, as there is not the faintest hint on such section in the settings as AOD. We can only see always show time and info on which info. The Google doesn't give us any extended information. So I've only got some photos of that extended information. And yeah, the feature is quite handy, but not having an access. How should it look like? It's pretty easy. It should look like this. AOD notifications, I can set it up. I can set up all the notification that system wants, but it's a Chinese phone, so not so, I'd say, self-explaining, but it is self-explaining. I mean, for the Google Pixel devices, I'd like to have an access to adjust the AOD, but what we have, and there is slightly more improvements, exactly one. Whatever video you've got playing in YouTube, just see this, you've got this information of the video being played right now, but once you pause the video, you've got nothing. So I don't know why we have no access to set it up, the AOD. And yeah, there is by the way, the only significant, but there is a significant improvement to the lock screen. We can now scroll through the video. I can get to the middle of the played video, or back and forth. I can move through the video back and forth, so that's, I don't know, quite handy if you would like to listen to the video once again, or you want to skip some part of the video. You can command it. You can scroll right on the lock screen, so I see that a quite significant one. But for the AOD, yeah, I'd like, here is a hit warning. How it appears on which exact procedure or which exact algorithm, I've got no idea. So quite a handy thing, yeah, to have extended information here, but having no access to it annoys me a little bit, frustrates me. So Google still has something to improve. Next, the home screen, or better to say home screens, as in most cases you definitely need several home screens to arrange, to set up your icons. And for the home screen there are not many new features to talk about. Yeah, I can only show you the visible ones. And first and foremost, for the home screen, we've got a slight taste of artificial intelligence, the AI. We can't take a step in our life without an AI nowadays. And this AI introduction refers to creation of wallpapers with help of AI. And let's choose this first group of wallpapers to be created, imaginary, and at default it proposes you to create a wallpaper consisting of some cereal, some artificial bicycle made of flowers, whatever. Made of what? Made of uh, wool. Okay. That even sounds odd. Not to say that will look odd. Yeah, it definitely looks absolutely odd. Would you like such a wallpaper on your phone? I definitely don't. Well, so much. I'm very happy with the pre-installed wallpapers, dull, mundane, whatever you call them, but I'm happy. On the other hand, we've got the thing that jumps out to my eyes immediately when I arrive on the home screen, and that thing is called themed icons. The themed icons are those icons redrawn, recolored to follow the general theming style of the home screen. So they basically follow the background color of the current wallpaper, and you see that all, for sure, Google applications are redrawn, and some others randomly selected. I see no pattern on how the application icons are chosen to be redrawn. And what's more to that, that themed icons feature is still in beta state. I believe it's been for at least 2 years when it's in beta version, beta state. Come on, Google, wake up. And again, I've got no choice of how my icons look like. What do I mean? Look here, again, a Chinese phone, and here I can hide or show the icons names. Yeah, here I go. Along with reshaping my icons, all my icons, you see that now they got some, I don't know, quite original, but they've got some shaping. So that's what I want to have here, but it's not here yet. So Google still needs to, in my opinion, that's a nitpicking, absolutely yes, but in my opinion, Google still needs to work on the appearance as you interact with the appearance most of the time. So let's move on. And of course, the most significant, remarkable, and most attention-worthy feature, I joke, but only partly joke, refers to improvement of the circle to search function. And what am I talking about? Let's see. Whenever you circle to search for anything referring to Deadpool and Wolverine film, you call out this circle to search function, and whenever you circle Deadpool and Wolverine, you've got these funny characters, yeah, in plural, because not only the Deadpool himself appears on your screen. Let's do it again. Let's circle to search for Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, you see another character from this film appears on your screen together with the search results. Let's do it once again. Yeah, you see that all the three major characters, I have no idea what this dog is doing here, but that brings me so fun and so joyful. Is it handy and useful? It's absolutely useless feature, but it gives me so much fun that I definitely separated into a separate improvement. Thank you, Google. That's marvelous, amazing, spectacular. I love it. Thank you. Next up, notifications. Let alone the sheer and simple fact that notifications pop up everywhere in the system, starting from AOD, always on display. Then you see the notifications on the lock screen, and certainly in the notification shade, but that must be not a new feature. But there is, however, one extremely useful at least for me, feature for notifications is called the notifications smoothing, and you see that small Z letter on the bottom of any notification from any application. I use it, I use it massively for especially shopping applications which just bomb me with notifications like AliExpress. So I really use it and appreciate this new feature. This allows you to snooze all the notifications from the application of your choice for the chosen interval of time, for example for 15 minutes. So all the AliExpress notifications will be snoozed, put into sleep for 15 minutes, and that's absolutely handy. I love that. Thank you, Google. Right, let's talk about the AI, artificial intelligence, as not only does it become more and more integrated, but I'd say it crawls quietly but continuously and steadily and very persistently into all parts of our life. And that could sound cringy. Do I believe in conspiracy theories? Partly, yes. So, what about AI in Google Pixel devices? So, starting with the simplest tasks, like gathering my shopping applications, and voila, I've only gathered 2 of them into a folder, and immediately, right away, the name is recognized, the content of the folder is recognized as shopping. The same works for other groups of applications, like for gaming, voila. But that's the simpler thing, and it's not worth talking about, but there is something worth mentioning and discussion, I believe discussion with you, with your comments. You see that now in Google Assistant function and in Google Search, you can replace the usual Google Assistant with the saved comments. You can now switch to Gemini. You can use the usual voice match and those comments. I will not say them out loud. You can use it to call out the Gemini, but you see this phrase stopped me from trying out the Gemini. Gemini may activate when you didn't intend it to, so that scares me a bit, not even a bit. It frightens me really, and the activity is saved in whatever place, not named here, and at least for more than a year. So currently I'm not yet ready to give a bunch or maybe much of my data and information to some unknown resources. Doesn't Google do the same? Yes, Google does, but I don't know, maybe I'm not that afraid. And maybe having been used Google for years, I'm not that afraid of Google, but for Gemini, I'm not yet ready to use the AI as my default assistant. So let it be this way. You make your choice, and I'm looking forward. I'm really eager to see your comments about the AI. So move on. Next up, cameras improvement. I wouldn't say that cameras of the Google Pixel 8 Pro need any improvement whatsoever, as I'm more than satisfied with it. With cameras, both photos and videos come out absolutely marvelous, but there are certain improvements, and what's remarkable about the improvements is the Pro mode, which now allows you not only to choose the RAW mode, which I never use, but what I could use and I use from time to time every now and then is manual selection of lens to be used. Allows you to explicitly pick manually which lens is to be used and for which purposes. Don't I trust fully the automatic? Yeah, I fully trust the Google's cameras automation, but sometimes for example, for long distance photos, I can manually choose the telescope lens, and as a result, I've got absolutely marvelous and clearly detailed with no noise photos. And yeah, maybe it will come in hand for your activities, for your photography or videography. But overall, do I need any improvements, and are cameras improved in any way? I wouldn't say that. The cameras are spectacular and outstanding in all scenarios. So, well, there's not much left to review. As for the Android 15 new functionality and improvements, there are a couple of more features, though, which I'd call general system improvements in Android 15. Firstly, as I see it and I feel it throughout my daily course with the phone, the battery life has slightly improved, but I've got no material proof to that, so that's quite subjective thing. For more obvious things, let's get to the settings, and right away we see, not right away, yeah, now right away we see that we've got now some new sections. Firstly, tips and support. That's very mindful of Google to provide us with a support section right in the settings, not in a separate application or through the web browser. And here we go. Here we got some pre-installed sections with frequently, I believe, asked questions and answers to those. But whenever I try to search for something specific, like for AI features, I've got some quite general information which I'm already familiar with. So this section, even though being absolutely needful, I believe itself needs further elaboration and development. Well, let's move on. And under the system chapter or section, we've got now the new section, device diagnostics, and this section allows us to run certain health tests like display test and touchscreen test, but for whatever reason we can't run any test on the battery health status and storage status. We can only observe the Google's provided statistics of the battery. It shows that I've got the full original capacity. That's absolutely beautiful to have, but I'd like to really run some tests, but I can't. So I believe this section will be further improved and developed, maybe with a stable version of Android. What's more here? Yeah, there is one very handy feature. We search for the word rate in the settings, and under the developer options menu, we've got this new feature, new toggle, disable default frame rate for games, for certain games, because I tried to search to I don't know, to find a game where this increased default refresh rate, frame rate would work, but I couldn't find any game where the refresh rate would be increased. For example, my favorite racing game, Asphalt 9, still runs at 60 FPS at the limit, at the cap. So maybe again that's only for some specific games like Genshin Impact, which I have never played. Whatever. And basically that's it for the Android 15 functionality and improvements. And please, I'm very eager to see your comments and your feedback in the comments below, because there could be features that I overlooked or just didn't find, because there is no like a comprehensive changelog from Google. So please share your opinion on the Android 15 if you already got the beta version, and please share your opinion about the AI and other features, and stay tuned. Thank you guys.